I dug my new water cistern too close to the carport, so it collapsed. After I completed installing my cistern, the root system grew through it and punctured it. What a catastrophe. Turns out I should have just poured a concrete cistern, because the liner that I put in will only last 15 years. I'm making light of a lot of the critiques I got about the cistern in the last video, and in this video I'll address each of them. There are 5 days of rain in the forecast, so I want to finish this water cistern and harvest that rainwater. According to my calendar, Bonnie should be having piglets on the 15th, which is just a few days away. I have a pretty massive amount of arugula seeds that I'm going to be harvesting soon. So I'm just waiting for these branches or these stems to turn brown. And then you see these little kind of like pea pods, and you see how they're kind of bumpy. They're full of seeds. So I'm going to let these go brown. Then I'll just pull all these out. I'll plant new stuff below where they were. And just imagine how many seeds there are, because each one of these pods has, usually like 6 or 10 seeds in it. This carrot will be going to seed soon. I have spinach that will be going into seed. Swiss chard. And beets. This is a beet. There's one there. There's several. So I'm going to have more of these seeds than I've ever had before. These corn sprouts seem to be doing pretty well. And a bunch of new sprouts are coming up because I've been watering a lot. Look at all of this lettuce I have. There's actually some broccoli and sage now. And I believe this is a hibiscus plant, and so is the one behind that lettuce there. My snap pea plants are getting large enough that I built a trellis here. And while I did that, I found that I already have snap peas on my snap pea plants. This morning I had 3 feet, and I've dug down another 6 inches, so I've got 3.5 feet, and I'm just starting on the 4th foot, 4 feet. Just starting on 4 feet. So I think at 4 feet I'll probably stop for the day. I was kind of hoping to get the full 5 today, but it's a lot of work to do. A full spade, you dig out the whole thing, it only equals about 6 inches or so. And then, so you got to do that twice just to get down a foot. I've been talking about how the top layer is soft, and once it hits white, it's caliche, and it's a lot harder. And some people are like, how in the world have you dug through that at all? And, well, since it's naturally occurring, there's caliche that's softer than other caliche. If you look at my root cellar over here, I only dug down 2 feet before, when I was jumping on the spade or the shovel, it would just bend. And that's why I chose to do only 2 feet deep on the root cellar. I would have loved to go this deep or deeper, but what do you do? That's where I want it. So I'll bury the root cellar with dirt and it's sandbags. I think it'll still be the coolest spot on the homestead. And then over in the geothermal, it's about 4 feet deep right now. And I went down 5 or 6 feet originally, and it took me months because it was just so much harder. So although this is hard and it is caliche, this hasn't been as difficult, and I'm grateful for that. A few people have asked about the roots, and there's really only the 2 large roots, and there's 2 little roots next to them, and they're only about 8 inches down from the surface. There are other roots, but they're not growing in. That's where those roots led to, and they've been cut off. So those are the only ones that could potentially grow. So once I've gotten everything put together, I'll go in about 3 feet. That mound won't be so high. I'll go in about 3 feet, and I'll dig down, and I'll cut the roots there, and then I'll put in a metal barrier between, that root system and the cellar, or the cistern. Look how well these fly traps work. Should probably call them moth traps. I'm down 4 feet on this side now, and I plan to get that other side here today. So I'll be 4 feet the entire way across. And then I've angled it down because that makes it stronger, but I want to make sure that I haven't angled it too much. So I might end up shaving some of the walls away, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to go down 4 feet today, and maybe I'll get the last foot tomorrow. Don't worry guys, I will get back to the root cellar as soon as possible, but with 5 days of rain in the forecast, I need to finish that cistern. And thankfully we've already got this pond liner in place as well. This tank on this side, I think I'll be moving because I will be running water directly into the cistern. And this one, I'll move over here. I'll remove this little stand that I made when I first came out here as cheaply as possible. And I'll put it under there and I'll pipe the two together. And then I won't put one right next to it so that I can make the corner with the vehicle, but I'll start stacking more up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, 10. And that would be another 3,000, about 3,000 gallons of storage. I used to spend quite a bit of time with my grandpa up at his cabin when I was a kid. He was a lot like a father figure to me. And something that we really shared is our love for being outdoors, you know, kind of living off grid, homesteading, those kind of things. And with Father's Day right around the corner, I knocked all of my books prices down by at least $4. You can find all these books on Amazon using the link below, and you can learn everything that I've done to create my frugal homestead out here off grid in the high desert of Arizona with next to nothing. All right, guys, that's 4 feet. I'm going to shoot for 5 tomorrow. If you have any basic questions about my water cistern, hit the video over here and it'll take you to the playlist. There's a few videos in there that'll tell you everything, so go check those out. And then if you got a question outside of that, drop a comment below and I'll catch you guys on the next one.